Happy Tuesday. It's your Morning Minute, 5280sportsnetwork.com and milehighsports.com. That guy right there, Shawn Drotar. My name is Nate Lundy. Thanks for being here with us on Tuesday morning, recapping some of the news and notes for you. We were in such reaction mode on our Morning Minute yesterday, Shawn, about the Chiefs game and the loss for the Broncos on Sunday night that we did not get a chance to recap and talk about the other story from over the weekend, which was Darian Stewart signing a 4-year contract extension. Were you surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised. And not because of Stewart's performance. He's been a steadying influence on the defense. He's underrated. When you talk about the Broncos' no-fly zone, he's really the only one they don't mention, despite the fact he plays kind of the center fielder and cleans up a lot of the messes. It's not glamorous, but it's incredibly important. Darian Stewart's only 28 years old. So he's in his prime. The extension makes a lot of sense. What was curious, though, is because the Broncos went heavy on safety in the draft, selecting Justin Simmons and Will Parks, both guys who have played and played significant roles at times. You thought that maybe if the Broncos were interested in cutting budget here and there to make sure that they can extend some other players they want, that perhaps Darian Stewart would be one of the guys where they had a ready-made replacement to go. Clearly, they either don't feel that way or they think that Stewart's a lot more valuable than the average Bronco fan does.
And they also may have set up that contract in such a way, and looking at a 4-year extension, they may also know that, hey, if something comes up, if something we need to change, we need to shuffle, we can opt out after a certain point in time and cut. Because remember, when it comes to these contracts, the only thing that matters is the guaranteed money, because that's what determines what the player's getting. It's also what determines what the team has to be able to carry in terms of dead cap money. If you want to go back and look overall, the Broncos are carrying a lot of dead cap money, including money for Peyton Manning and Ryan Clady, if we really want to get into the details of it. The other thing that I found interesting about it is it was a smart move, I think, by what the Broncos did, because the idea, Shawn, of keeping together an entire 53-man roster is just so difficult to be able to do. There's not teams that can hold together a core, not in a free agent-driven sport the way the NFL is. But to be able to focus, as you said, on the no-fly zone, something that they hang their hat on, something that they're proud of. They know that Talib is tied up with his contract. Chris Harris is tied up with his. And you brought up Will Parks as well as Justin Simmons, guys that are on rookie deals that are tied up. Yeah. Really, the only question that comes up is not next year, but the following year with Bradley Roby. Otherwise, this no-fly zone is intact.
Yes, it's going to stay intact, which is terrific. And I don't see Bradley Roby going anywhere. I don't think the Broncos have any interest in letting him move anywhere. Kayvon Webster's a free agent after this year, but I think they'll look to retain him too. I don't think he'll break the bank, and he's an effective player for them. So I think that bodes very well. In the end, you're still talking about Darian Stewart, and there was an excitement about Simmons, but a 28-year-old guy in his prime, experienced with this group, I think it's a good signing. The $17 million guaranteed money, like you talked about, that is something the Broncos can absorb. Mm-hmm. So I think it made a lot of sense. And look, at a certain point when you're in a cap league, you want to retain as many assets as you can. Darian Stewart is an asset. So you make sure if you need to have a trade, or whatever you need to do, you want to retain them when you can. And they did so here.
Can he field a punt? Never mind. Shawn, how's it felt for you as a CU grad with the fact that the national media is talking all about the Buffs and wondering where Colorado is going to fall when the college football playoff rankings are released tonight?
Well, I think they'll probably go one spot to 8.
Are you giddy?
No.
Do you find yourself excited?
Because none of it matters.
Are you buying cocktails?
None of it matters until the Pac-12 championship on Friday night. That's the only thing that really matters. They win it, they're in terrific shape. I don't know if I still don't think they'll make the playoffs unless a lot of other weird things happen. But they would end up in the Rose Bowl. They lose, they probably go to the Alamo Bowl. USC probably hops them and goes to the Rose Bowl. But either way, been a really good season for CU, and it's exciting to watch them get into this game. And who knows? That's why they play it. Things happen.
You never know what could wind up happening on Friday night. We'll get a chance to talk about that some more as we go throughout the week. Your challenge for today, by the way, work the word Sherpa into your conversations. Inside joke. Thank you so much for being here. All the content posted up, 5280sportsnetwork.com. By the way, new episode of Snake's Takes with Jake Plummer being posted today. A great conversation that Jake had with Kyle Turley. You're going to want to hear that one, so make sure you check it out. 5280 Sports Network will be posted up later this morning. For Shawn, I'm Nate. See ya.